Right, everybody, welcome to the first ever live show what I've done in God knows how long. But in anyway, in today's show, we're going to be touching upon that absolute terrible performance for the coach, and the head coach and the players. Really, let's be honest. We're also going to be touching upon the up and coming fixtures, underperforming Ahmad, overused Dan Neil. Also Geldard find it very hard at the minute. But before we get on with all of that, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. And why is that? Come on, we've got a guest coming on and all of that, so if everything goes alright, we'll be laughing. We'll have somebody on, and you all know him. You all know who it is. You all know who it is. We'll just find out if this works. For some reason it's not letting us do it. Are we live, everybody? There we are. Evening, GILESY, says Ethan. Right, I'll quickly crack on. So where do we start? I've had a little bit time to chill out and tack it all in and reflect on the game and what happened. And I was shell shocked at half time. If you watched our vlog, Stephen was more passionate, where me, I was more just in shock. After the game, Mowbray, the alarming thing for me is Mowbray's press conference when he was saying, he says, at the minute we haven't got a different way of playing, and that was really alarming for me. And if that's the case, then we're stuck with this for the rest of the season, just playing one way. And teams have sussed us out. You've got the likes of Coventry, Rotherham, Stoke to an extent didn't play really well. They just managed to take a job on us. They knew exactly how to beat us, and they did that. And Stoke, oh my God, 5-1. I was fuming, especially with Alex Neil coming back and all. But like I say, I think it's for me, we need to change it. We'll have to change it. I'll jump onto the chat in a minute. I'll jump onto the chat in just a second. I remember Mowbray saying the lads would benefit from like a rest and miss the Tuesday game, but it was clear to say that rest is not what they needed. It was absolutely clear, because with Mowbray doing these interviews, and for quite a while he's starting to say little things like, for me personally as a footballer, I wouldn't want to hear them things what he's saying, like, but he was saying things along the lines of the players are looking tired and stuff like that. But at the time we were playing alright. I think it was the Bristol Rovers game where we drew 1-1, and then we're the best team what we've seen at the stadium. Like, they were better than Stoke, I'm not gonna lie. They were. Obviously a lot of things have happened. Confidence has been knocked in the lads, and we've just ended up really not turning up at all. Literally no desire whatsoever from the majority of them players. But you've got to look at it. We'll break things down on it as well. Another thing what Mowbray got me a little bit worried about was when he said in his interview after the game, if against Norwich, I just want to be competitive. Now, surely after an embarrassing performance like that, and Mowbray coming out and not just saying, he apologised to the fans. So if you feel the need to apologise because you realise how bad it is, come Sunday you didn't want to just be competing, you want to be winning that game to put things right. That's just my personal opinion. Like, for me, I didn't just want to compete and still get beat against Norwich. I want to win. That's just my opinions on it. But like, if he's going to apologise, then surely he knows how bad of the situation that was on Saturday. And he also keeps going on about Ross Stewart. You've got to put that to bed. He has to put that to bed now. He can't keep bringing it up constantly every other day. For me, every other interview, he's got to forget about it. If I was Gerhard and I see me manager, head coach, keep going on and on and on about how much we'll miss Ross Stewart, that would knock my confidence. So I can only imagine what that feels like when he's getting it from all over the place at the minute, ain't he? And he's not Ross Stewart. He's not a striker like that. Thanks for everybody, hit the thumbs up. There's a few more people in now, and subscribe if you're brand new. share the stream as well. Right, I want to talk about Ahmad. Well, I'm going to be touching upon these things when the guest comes in as well at past. Hopefully things can read, because you know what it's like with me. It's always a nightmare. I want to talk about Gildart. They're not Gildart, Ahmad. For me, right, he's a loan player. And with loan players, the D play alright, and you can't get a loan player all day all season. But some of them, they're like, I listened to the Rota Report lads, and I was agreeing with them. They were saying that, I didn't really want to say it, but he does. They weren't saying this part. This is my part. He looks disinterested. He doesn't show up. He didn't against Coventry. 1 minute near the end, he just hits it from outside the box, and it went down to the top corner. He lost the ball about 5 times. The first 5 touches he gave the ball away against Coventry, he was so frustrating to watch. And for me, he did look disinterested. And the Rota Report lads were saying, with loan players, it's sort of not their fight. And I totally agree with that. Like, they can have that mentality of it's not their fight, so they didn't need to put 100% effort in, because they're going to go back to the parent club the back end, like the end of the season. But he needs to vastly improve. I think he should be dropped. I 100% think Ahmad should be dropped. I also think Dan Neil. Listen, me and Stephen are big fans of Dan Neil. We always have been. But with Dan Neil, he's been asked to play Corey Evans' role by himself. Look. For me, he should have dropped Ahmad for Pritchard, not Mitchell for Pritchard, and left them two there. Because Dan Neil was so isolated and by himself, he had to literally deal with the full midfield himself, because Pritchard's an attacking player. He likes to be further up the pitch, so he's not going to get back into his defensive duties as much as what, say, like Mitchell and Dan Neil are going to do. And he got caught out a few times, Dan Neil. I feel for the lad, he does need a rest. 100% for me. Why can we not bring Eckler in? Why can we not bring Bennett in? Bennett can play striker. Elaji can play striker. You know, things need to change for Norwich, because to be honest, the past 4 games we've shipped 10 goals, and we haven't played, no disrespect to the other clubs, a top 6 team. You know what I mean? Things could be really ugly come Sunday if things didn't change. He's got to make his subs. I'll quickly jump on the chat, see what people saying. I bet you I'm getting tortured here. Lee Geeson, alright Lee mate. He's dropped in the channel member. He says when we get a good ref, right? So going on about this referee, I'll bring a few things up. The keeper foul is this. Look, watch this video. Why isn't it come on? What the fuck? Why isn't it working? Oh well, we did have a video up, but it's decided to disappear. But in any way, it was the foul one. I think it's because I've disconnected my phone. It was the foul. Do you know when the keeper come out and he sort of led in with his hand, and he punched. I can't remember. It was a Sunderland player and one of his own players, and he clattered one of our players really bad. And you could have. Any other referee would probably give it the other way, but no, he didn't. He gave it a foul on. For some reason, we oh my god, it was just a fucking nightmare. And then you've got to look at their goal. How can he drop ball right next to the goal, their keeper? When we kicked, it was just a nightmare. How can he drop the ball right next to the keeper's feet? You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's just, I didn't want to get on about referees, and Stephen says he refuses to talk about them anymore because there's one was no we can think about it, and two the EFL are not going to bring VAR in to help them out because they desperately need it, every single one of them. But getting back on Dan Neil, I do feel for the lad. I like him, I really do, and there's a real talent there. Alex Neil, credit to him, he realised that there was a problem with Dan Neil, if you remember in League One when he took over, being ran into the ground, and he's getting played too many minutes now, in my opinion. And not just that, he's getting left to do a role what he does. He's not suited to play. Corey Evans is, in my opinion. Well, what? 20 past already, right? Siri says, for me, Ahmad out, Pritchard in, and Neil out for Ekwa in. I wouldn't mind seeing, I know this is crazy, and I might get a bit stick for this, but I wouldn't mind seeing Michu, Ekwa, obviously for Daniel, leave Michu in, and then probably drop a mad, like he's just said there, series for Pritchard. But oh, what's happened here? Alright, I didn't know what this is doing. I might try and close it. It's not working. There you go, and see he's all out. Where's Steve? Graft. Do us a favour, everybody, hit the thumbs up and subscribe, but mainly share the stream. We'll get a few more people in, waiting for our guests coming on. We're going to make this a more regular thing. We're going to try and do it maybe on a Sunday, because I know other people do their live stream today, and I didn't want to, overlap theirs and people wait for them, and it's just best we're doing a different day. So it'll be Sunday. The game will be fresh in everybody's mind as well, so we can go straight back onto them. But the goal, the goals, you credit to Patterson. He's been outstanding all season. He's just got your Young Player of the Year award, North East Writers Association Player of the Year award for 2022, which was deserved. We'll go light out. New shit, what happened? Oh, I just burnt out. No way, it's died. Wait, I'll get this one up. 2 minutes. I knew something was gone wrong. Oh, yeah. Fucking hell. That was my favourite light. What's going on here? Always something here, man. I'm telling you. There's that fuck. Oh, weren't they late? What's going on? 2 minutes? Oh no, for fuck's sake, man. When you pass the plug up here, like a different plug, that plug's just died in the wall here. Plug's just died. Caleno, I'm live on after all this. There's the booster gone off and on. Mental this, like the air. I'd say this one's brighter. Glad I've done this before thingy come on, like. There we are. What even happened there? I tell you, there's always something in this stream with me. There's always something that goes wrong. Oh, glad I've done it now and rather than later on. Oh, wait, where was I? Totally lost track now. Sweat me tits off. Yeah, I do us a favour, like I say, share the stream. People didn't know we're doing this. It's gonna be a new thing. I seen the power cuts. My brother was getting them. Right, come and get back to where we were. Like I say, the referee. Was it Coventry? Coventry had a bad ref. Who else was it? Oh shit, there's that light on the blink. Oh, and it's gone off, class. Fucking hell, man. Coventry, we didn't have the best of refs. Rotherham, you name it, we've had bad refs, but listen, you've got to play to the whistle. I know the referee was diabolical, that's Simpson he was called, and he should never have dropped the ball where he did. But there was a lot of game to be played after he done that, and we just fell asleep. Like I say, for the game against Stoke, we just had no midfield. We had too many attacking players on the pitch that wanted to get forward and try and roll the ball in like we always do, but we had no midfield whatsoever, and that's what another thing what cost us. Like I say, Mowbray's team selection was wrong for me. Like he got it wrong. Beforehand, me and Stephen were saying we would like to have seen 09. The reason 09 got played at left back was simply because Alicia got injured. But 09, if you're going to start 09, you've got to put him in the middle of the park. We lack so much physicality in that team. It's beggars belief. And Ekwa is 6'2". He's physical. They say he can play box to box. Why don't we just use him? I didn't think, I didn't want to see it so much as Mowbray doesn't trust the lads, but when he keeps going on about they cannot speak English, they cannot this, they cannot that, just put them on the pitch. Surely they understand the game of football. And Micho's doing alright, so I cannot say that as an excuse that they're speaking French, because surely if Micho's understanding, he can pass the information on to them. If Micho can speak the language, that is. But I didn't know. But for me, things need to change come Saturday. Sunday, sorry, because it's an early kick-off on a Sunday. Like I was saying, we spoke about, we'll crack on about Geldart and all. Geldart, he's not a striker, no way. I cannot see him being a striker. He might be a... Oh yeah, I'm going to get the guest on now. Yes, you better share it, like it, hit the thumbs up. Hopefully it works. Right, where are we at? This is how you do it. I've just learnt this, so please have patience, everybody. Didn't rip the piss out of us. Copy that. One here. Back one here. I think this might work. There we go. Paste. Send. Right, there's that. Sent to the person. Oh yeah, there's 38 likes. See if we can get that out of 40 by the time the person drops in. And properties. I'll just wait. I think that's right. Right, just wait a second. I'll turn it off. Can't believe that plug popped there, like crazy. I think that's done now, is it? I'll just wait. Who we're going to talk about? I'll do it much better than I did before. Like, we'll talk about a few things anyway when it comes up. I recall Michu talks fluent English, exactly, and he's French, so surely he can talk to the rest of the French lads, you know what I mean? Right, give us a look. I don't know if that's working or not. What the hell is that? That's me. Barry Carl Hunter, you alright, mate? Aye, Patterson, one of the young players who work. Yeah, there you are. Hopefully this works. Connecting. I think. Oh, I don't know what that means. Is it on, mate? Can you hear? I'll stick it on stream, see if it works. Can't see, no, at the minute, like. Unassigned, sign, what the hell does that mean? Right. Are you there, mate?
I can see you.
Can you see me?
Alright.
Alright, mate. I didn't know if I could see you. I didn't even know if you're on the actual stream. I'm going to have a look now. Mate, it's a fucking nightmare, I swear. Well, I think the stream can hear you.
Yeah.
But I didn't think they can see you. Have you got your camera on?
I'll have a look, because I've got my spare phone. I have a spare phone, yeah.
See if you've got your camera on. It's saying assign source. It's unassigned. I didn't want to unassign. I've just managed to suss this out. Well, not really. Oh, right, and someone says, have I got it overrun? No, it was the fucking PC. I'll move it, don't worry. I've just been having a nightmare, mate. My plug blew up. When I was on the stream and all. It was the it was one of the lights as well, so I had to quickly change the plug.
Alright.
Your voice is on, but your face isn't, like.
It just says on my screen, Jazz, it's got mute on the left, it's got stop video in the middle, and leave on the right. Obviously, that's the three things I've got.
Oh, no way. Webcam source. No,
It's got done in the top left, like.
It's got what?
Done in the top left, but not where the first start or not.
Do you want to drop off and then come back on and see if it works? Because I tested it with Stephen and he got it on, like it was spot on.
Right, okay, I'll come back in, alright?
No, well, I'll just disconnect it. 2 seconds, mate. There you go. So hopefully we can get this working and crack on. Chill out, man, I've sorted it, you little whingers. I'm joking, mate, didn't cry about it. Can you, is it gone now? Has it stopped? Is the knee noise there? See if I can get this grafting now. No. I'll have to wait till he pops back up there. But here, listen. Here's all not who's been watching long enough for now. If something doesn't go wrong in this stream, it's not a GILESY stream, is it? Oh wait. It's ready, mate. Right, Sean sorted. Aye. Okay, mate. See if we can get it sorted. Oh, he's not there yet. See if when he pops up. Waiting for him to come in and then he can come in. We'll crack on with Sean for a bit, eh? Fucking hell. I've had a nightmare now. He's not coming, stop popping up now. Oh my god. Right, apologies everybody. It's not working. I'll send you another one, Sean. 2 minutes. Is that what he said? Hey, this is hilarious, this. Right, well, here we're going. Streamlabs, copy link. Oh, there. There, I should be getting that. He's got it. Right. Apologies, everybody, I really do. Someone's getting deleted for some reason, I don't know why. If it's just banter, leave them, Stormmate. If it's just banter, I'm not bothered about that. You know what I mean? Oh, spam. Cheers, Stormmate. Aye, right. I can't see if this has worked. I think I might have actually. Nah, not yet. I've sent it, like. I noticed on the score prediction thing, everybody copied of Stephen just because he's 4-1 up. They all thought he was going to win, and did he get it right? No, did he shite? He was nowhere near. It's not working, like. Nightmares, I swear down. Right, well, 5-1 in your back garden. Bigger back garden than yours. Right, I'll send them a different one because that's not working. Sean, I'll sort this out. 2 seconds, mate. I'll have to regenerate a new one. There you go. Copy. There you go. That should be sorted now. Paste. Boom. There you go. Hey. I've had to redo it because it's a nightmare. Once you click on a not, then come back off it, it doesn't let them back on. But we're sorted. Hopefully. Right, well, what? Whoa, fucking hell. God, you like me granddad on a computer, mate, didn't it? I know I am. Aye, Sean. Hopefully. No, I still can't see his face. It's not me, I'm telling you. It worked with Stephen. Sean.
Aye.
I can't see your face. What the fuck?
It's just a blank screen, or?
Just a blank screen. Aye, it's a blank screen. Stephen had it on like Grafton. I don't know what it is. Have you got an iPhone?
Aye, I'm using an iPhone, yeah.
I wonder why it's staying it. It's just blank screen, mate. Tell me to see if I can move it about. See what happens.
It's the latest one as well. Like, it's the latest iPhone.
Aye. Ah, it's not. Now it's fucking It's not coming up. I can hear you. Everything's sound. Like the voice, the volume and that, but you're just not showing up. What's the fuck? Wait, see if I can sort it out with the settings. But we can still crack on. It's not that bad. The webcam microphone source below broadcast guest. Alright. Video camera. Oh, that's all it can do.
Jazzy, it's got on your end. It's got a line across it's like I think so. That's got something to do on your end.
Alright, 2 seconds, mate. I think I might know what you're on about now. Then.
I can see you.
You can see me. Wait, give 2 seconds, and Sean. I think I know what you're on about now. See if I can connect this phone through there and all. See if that works. I think. No, don't think it does. No, the server's not connected. Nah, I don't know why it's doing it. Like, oh wait, save that. Nah, it's not doing it. Like, I don't even know what the fuck. I've done it just beforehand. Like, I come on. I tested it on my phone, it works spot on. I tested it, I know it sounds daft, but you know, Sky Telly. I put it up against the telly so I can go back upstairs, see if it's working. It was working. Is this working now? I don't know.
Got I'd say 2 screens of you now.
2 screens?
Of you.
Of me? What the fuck? Image 1, what's that? Is that popped up now?
Right there. No, I thought it was a 3rd screen coming up there. What's
going on, man? This is fucking no good. This, like, I wish somebody would show us how to crack on with this. Was no good. My settings are seeing everything there. When I'm clicking on you're not there. How unassign? See what happens when I do this. Are you sure you want to unassign Sean? I don't know what happens if I unassign you. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. I'll tell you what, Sean, give us 5 minutes, right, and I'll try it on my phone. If it works, I'll do that. I'm gonna, what you said, you know, with that the thing for the camera.
I wonder if I'm doing something on mine. I'm clicking on the link. When I'm coming to the link, it's just everything in front of us, like, but
does it give you the option for the camera?
It's got the video and it's got front camera, back camera, telephone camera, desk view camera.
And did you just say okay to them?
It's just.
That's weird then, cause fucking. Oh yeah, I've just got a black block come up now. Are you there?
I'm here, right.
Well, why is that black block there?
That's only you better create, I think.
Oh, you're joking, mate. I thought it would be you. I'll tell you what, mate. I'll do it one more time, right? And if it doesn't work, I'll try and sort it out for another time, because I'll be pissing you about there. Like, 2 seconds, sorry, mate.
That's alright.
Right. With that. Right, there's that. Right, now watch, everyone. I'll dig it on my phone. Sean will be watching. If you're still watching, mate, I'll dig it on my phone. I'll follow the link I gave you. See what happens, right? As soon as this starts, we're laughing. Right, there's the link. I found, right, back. Don't want to see an invalid code, right. Oh, what's that? Stroke charge. Copy. Right, everybody, please have patience. I do apologise, but I'm learning. Once I do this a couple of times, you know what I mean, I'm aware. I'm going to send that link to Stephen and follow it through this myself, and then watch. It should just work. And we'll get this fucking preview underway. Thing. Yeah. Paul. Front camera. Let's try back. Yes, that's working fine. Front camera. Let's try front. Right, front's working. My name's on. What is that doing that for? Peer. No. Paul. Sorry, everybody. I know this is a nightmare, but there's nothing I can do about it. There. There, I'm on. Shit. Now watch. Double click on that. There.
Yeah.
It's worked.
It's worked.
Sure, mate, it must be something you're doing. Because it's worked on here. Look.
No.
Right, so I'll disconnect. Okay, there. Right, I've disconnected there. It must be something you're doing, Sean, on your camera, mate. It's okay, Paul. We're chatting amongst ourselves. I love yous all. Cheers. Right. I'll send you a new link, mate. I wonder if it's in your settings and you're not allowing it or something like that. But like a doing it cell. It's just worked there. Right, I've just sent him a message. I'll send you a new link, and it's got to be something on your phone, pal. Copied. Hey, where's Sean? On here. Paste. If this doesn't work, someone's going to have to give us an IT lesson, like, because I haven't got a fucking clue here. Wow, Streamlabs. There. Right, sent him it. Fingers crossed it works for them. But it's just worked for me there. I hope this defeat gives us a kick up the backside. You know. Listen. I was shell shocked, me, like absolutely shell shocked with that performance. They didn't turn up at all, any of them. I know we did have a couple of chances in the ref. You can keep going on about the referees, but we've got to play till the whistle. We've got to. Why is that me? No, why is that me? Oh, nah, it's not working again. It's not working again, mate. Hear that?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. I've just done a test, right, on my phone, and it worked. It come on the camera and that, like. I didn't know why your camera's not coming on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I use this stream up the ball, like.
Have you not? That might be why, like, I didn't know. But I've just done it there, like a little daft test thing. I haven't done an app on out. I just followed the link, like, you know. I sent a new link. Stephen will be sick of us. I've sent him a new link to Stephen. Followed it, and when I followed it, it just took us straight to it. Let's kick them off. It's just kicked them off. Fucking hell. I'll regenerate a new one. Oh yeah, he's here. Yes, Sean, lad. He's there. Yeah. What did you do?
I just went to the thingy link on the top right, instead of trying to use the link through Twitter, I just used the external link.
Oh, that's the problem then. I must be doing that. Oh, it's nice to see you on this screen. I'm out with a move with that. Hey, mate, what about Saturday though?
Good.
It was terrible, wasn't it?
Absolutely abysmal.
It was like, you've got to. Mowbray's at fault as well. It can't be like excluded from it, and then you've got to look at the lads, like, they just didn't turn up, did they?
No, but for me, we were that poor. The players couldn't seem to string a pass together. But you know, it's part time that that's your like saving grace. So then the manager's got a chance to think, look, it's not working. This, I need to change something. You know, you can see clearly it wasn't working. But right. Mowbray just didn't seem to change anything. And then when it cut the subs, didn't he?
I think it was they were forced, weren't they, with Heley, because he went off injured for 09.
Yeah, 09.
And me, I think Stephen was sitting next to us in the match. He was saying, I can't understand why he's put 09 at left back, but obviously it's with the injury, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't. I couldn't stand the Geldart thing. I mean, he's an only striker, and I didn't do much in the first half, but he wasn't getting nothing at all. Jazzy was no service at all. No,
that's the thing. I feel for him. You know, he is a striker, right? But he's not the striker Ross Stewart is, and that's what I think the players they're not playing to him. You know what I mean? He likes to get in behind, balls through the channel. He'll chase them down, but you know, they're just lumping balls up to him, and he's just so isolated. Mowbray, what did Mowbray say? Took him off for, in my words, he's on good or something like that. Like,
I think I'm not sure. I didn't hear his interview after the game.
Right.
Mowbray, but for me, he's the only striker on the boots, and you've got to leave him on the pitch because I think at that time was it 1.5 down?
1-0, mate. It's not that's. It wasn't dead and buried.
Yeah, if you want to get back in the game, you need to have your only striker on the pitch. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
I just think you've got to tap the wrong, but I mean, I'm blaming more people, but the players were awful as well, and that the players were shocking.
Oh, mate. So, talking about the mad, we all know what he's capable of. While not, we've seen his abilities. Would you drop him?
Well, for me, he's been poor the last few games. He just seems to be not. To me, looks a little disinterested. Like I said, he had that fire in his stomach early on the season. He was producing unbelievable performances. He was getting assists, getting goals, but that fire just doesn't seem to be there at the minute. Chance, I don't know what it is, whether he's not coming. He's not staying in the summer. In the teams, getting them in the summer. I don't know.
I think it's well. It's funny enough, Sean. I just said more or less, near enough the same thing. Like he's a lone player at the end of the day, and it's like I always listen to the Roke Report lads, and I was in agreement with them when they were saying I think it was, I don't know which one it was on there, but they said is it his fight? He doesn't want to. He's a lone player. He's shown his qualities and his abilities, and then now is it like, well, he's coming to the back end of the season, he's putting. Well, listen, look in Coventry, mate, he was shite. He gave up his first 5 touches. He gave the ball away every single one. I was going mad on the stream. Like I was saying, get him off. He's costing us here. And
yeah, so I'm saying he seems to be a passenger lately, and I know he's got this ability, and he has. And a lot of the Sunderland fans have fallen in love with him, and myself included. I think he's been absolutely brilliant. But look at you can't keep on playing somebody just because he's been amazing. I said you've got to play them if they're consistent. He hasn't been consistent enough.
No, I totally agree, mate. Alright, 2 seconds, Sean. Cheers, Storm. Nice one, mate. Donated tenner. He says, "Get it, Pearson, bro." Get it, Pearson? What do you mean? Elaborate, mate. And Carl donated 2 great cheers. And also David Williams. Oh, where? David Williams says, "Hi, Sean. How's it going?"
Not too bad. Been a night shift, but obviously when I woke up, I sent you a message and I thought I didn't really do much. I do the fans' reactions now, so
I do. Well, I'm going to try and do this. I didn't really want this to be a Monday thing. I thought, well, to be honest, Philly show, I didn't want it to overlap, or just so, if I'm going to dig it, I want the most. Like I want not the most, but if like the fucking everybody watches everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody watches everybody, and I didn't want people to drop out to Vigor and Ganterese, or people to drop off A's and come to mine, or so I'm going to dig it on a Sunday.
That's the problem with me with it, because at the minute fans react, but I think I'm the only person really doing stuff at the moment, and I was thinking we need to try and do something else, but then it's the day, finding the deal, like you just said there, is it do a Monday, or you're clashing with them,
that's what I meant.
But you've just got to do what you've got to do. So I think Sunday's a good day, Jazzy.
I think that's what I'm going to do Sundays. I know I might be a bit hungover sometimes, but I'll just have to do it. And anyway, everybody, if you haven't gone fully Sean's channel, it's Fans React. It gets fans' reaction before and after the game. Do you a massive favour and go and follow him.
I used to do it before the game, but look at Jazzy, the thing with me is I was doing it outside the ground, as you know, then I started doing it in the fans museum, and it just wasn't getting the views and it wasn't getting people on. And me, I'm too proud. I'm not sticking around if people's not watching the content. I'm just not.
No, mate, I think you had it spot on when you were not in that fans museum thing. And no disrespect to them on out like that, but it was better when you had the audience, like the fans there. You know what I mean? That's what.
It's just the connection, Jazzy. The connection was.
Was it?
It's sketchy because it's using 4G or 3G now it's 5G.
It's shiting in around the stadium and with a signal. But even your videos, what you were doing, like when you recording them and then editing them, tacking them home and then uploading them, then were good. I used to watch them all.
Yeah.
No, right.
I like to see it. You could do another pre-match thing, but like you see it, if you do one and you don't do it live, you pre-record and you put it back up. If the game's, you're not getting the views. I don't think it's sort of. It's a tough one to do, to be fair, but Just as a channel, like our channel, it's we need to try and get more people. I think in the summer, like if we're calling, I don't know what's going to happen going forward. But, yeah.
Well, you can always call here. Fuck Stephen, and anyway, I'm sacking him. He's a little twat. Well, big twat. No, but moving back on to about the game. Patterson, you know, he's just won the Young Player of the Year award. He didn't paint his selling glory on Saturday though, did he?
He was awful, mate. He was awful. Look, the thing with me is, I'll say it how it is. Like yourself, you and Steve are the same. I think he's a decent keeper, Georgie, right? But these people who saying he's going to be getting the England call-ups to the senior England squad, and this, calm down a bit. He's a decent keeper.
Oh,
he's not the finished article in any aspect.
Oh, I agree with that.
Which he did on Saturday. His defence didn't help him at times. But I think it was the fourth goal when he come out. I don't know what he was doing for that fourth goal. What's the danger for that goal?
I know, mate. I said it on the vlog. When it was a set piece, it was Mitchell's fault. He gave away the free kick, and it come in, mate. And there was no communication between him and Ballard, and he didn't shout keepers or out like that. Stephen said this for weeks and weeks. He's been saying that Patterson needs to be more vocal. He needs to be shouting more. Yeah. And obviously that's a perfect point now. When the balls came in, he hasn't been vocal and let Ballard know he's coming, and there's been a miscommunication, and Gale put it away, didn't he?
Yeah, going to the game, Chelsea, I mean, listen, do you think like it was a case of we were that bad? Because I don't think, I'm not being bitter, I didn't think Stoke's a good side. I think we were just absolutely awful on the day. Totally
agree with you, mate. I'd said earlier, Coventry, it was the same scenario, same as Rotherham. They weren't Rotherham were terrible. They were shit. But they managed to do exactly what needs to be done to get the points off us. And if you're physical and you've got a bit pace, they'll just bully us off the park. And it doesn't help where Dan Neil's the only man really in midfield. You've got so much attacking flair on the pitch, and with Pritchard further up there, we are struggling a little. And I think big changes.
He played Pritchard in like I think I played 4-2-3-1. He played Pritchard in like the Michelle and Roll and Covey Evans role, didn't he? Didn't he? And Pritchard's more effective, as you know, behind the strikers.
Well, he also Mowbray put Roberts through the middle. I was thinking, what's he doing? Like Mowbray I think he's got to understand that he was at fault as well as the players. Listen, talking about quickly getting back onto Patterson. He's not the finished article. He's still got a lot to learn. This is his first year in the Championship. If you think we recalled him from when he was at Notts County, we just gone alone about that season in League One, and we needed him back because of the injury to Burge. Then he started playing well, and then he's been in the team ever since. So he's still really young and learning his trade. Like I say, you can just scratch that one off, Sean, for one of them games. Like we've never been defeated at the state, like at home, like that for 40 years or something. I read.
Was it? James Swinton put a thing. I was trying to check this out because I was unsure after the game. It was a bit raw, a bit upset. But 1981 in November 1981, that was the last defeat was against Manchester United at Roper Park, November 1981.
Jesus.
Before that was 1955 against Newcastle, which is 6-1. But yeah, and that shows you how bad it was.
I wasn't even born then. What the hell? Right, I'll just go and jump on the chat, Sean, a second, see if there's any questions for us.
No problem, mate. No problem.
Yeah, no, mate. I'm glad I finally got you to come on there. Like I was going to sack it off there. Right, 2 seconds, chat. You know, my eyesight's not the best with the monitor being over there. I'll get the phone up. 2 seconds. AJJ says, De Gea let in 7, mate. Give Patterson a break. If the team in front downs tools, the keeper has no chance. Right? I'm not really heavily criticising Patterson, to be honest, because like Sean said as well, the team didn't perform. The team didn't step up. You had Alicia, who got caught out of possession for one of the goals. I think it was the first goal, was it, mate, when they come down the right?
It was, but that was a combination of the referee as well. I think the referee, well, the players were expecting us to get the ball back there, and the referee gave it to the keeper, didn't he?
Oh, it was terrible, that, man. It was absolutely diabolical. The referees need help in this league. Do you know what? I know they've got VAR in the Premier League, right? That's all right. And a lot of fans are to and fro whether we should have it in the Championship if it was down to the fans. I say we should have it because of how much money it's worth to the clubs when if they do get promoted. It's
absolutely,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we had VAR in this season, mate, we would have much more points. Much more points.
Well, that's what you're looking at, mate. I think the whispers that we're going to have VAR next season, which would be much better because I think, like you say, the officials at times have been very, very mediocre, like on the judge.
Oh, really bad, mate.
That's not us being bitter or whinging about things.
No.
But you know what I mean?
Do you know what though, Sean? It's not just in us whinging about it. I've seen numerous tweets where other fans have shared it on Twitter and they're whinging about it. I think I seen something about it. It was League One, so it's no point mentioning it. But it was something mental what the ref done. I'll quickly jump back on the chat. Ask Sean if he. Oh, I'm not asking that, you daft cunts. Fuck off. It's no nasty, Sean. It's just Elm News. Did you see it? Call Beav.
But just going back to the keeper situation, Jazzy, I don't know if you've seen it, but I fully I forget his name now. It's Bishop Pierce, I forget his actual name. But he put a tweet out with this saying that apparently Sunderland will be listening to offers for Hutchinson in the summer. I don't know what your views on that. I
seen it, mate. You're right. I did see that. That there's other clubs sniffing around Patterson, like Premier League clubs. Listen, if they're going to offer good money, like you're looking at 15, for me personally, 15-20 million, then you're gonna tackle it. Like, even up until today, up until Stoke game, you would have said 15 would have done it, like, and then you can replace them.
This model thing, Jazz, I know your views on this model thing with Sunderland. I mean, it's just like it doesn't give us much hope. I mean, I like the way we're not blowing cash, but then you need your owner sometimes to spend a little bit of cash. You know what I mean? We to get potentially good players, but then if this is our model, like we're going to create these really good players, and then we're going to sell them on, and that's the way it's going to be from their one. I'm not really into that, really. Like.
No, well, that's the thing. I said it in a video or a stream. It was the only thing when they were talking about the mould and bringing the young players in, development. It was the end bit I didn't like when they said sell them on for a profit, and I was thinking, well, you know, were you bringing these players on in the career, we're developing them, and then we're just going to get rid of them when they become good? Well, where's that got? Where are we going to be as a club then? No, really.
I think it doesn't give us supporters much hope. I mean, people say, well, oh, Sean, do you want to blow the money like we did in the Ellis Short years when he didn't have a plan and he just didn't know anything about football, really, did he? And
no, not really.
Spending cash. And it seems like this regime, what we've got, they just want to sign young players and, you know, they've got potential and then they'll sell them on. But at some point, look at this club, our club's got to be in the Premier League.
Aye.
I mean, you look at the Brightons and the Brentfords, and they've done that sort of model. But I think you need sometimes your owners to show a bit of ambition than you guys do. Let's be honest.
That's the thing. I sort of like the way we are doing it with these young players, but you've got to have a blend. In my opinion, I would prefer a mixture of experienced players and young players. But even Mowbray says the majority are young players, and I think Mowbray is biting his tongue a little bit regarding what he would like to see. You know what I mean? I think he would like to see him more than what he actually is. But I think Mowbray,
I don't get views on Mowbray and stuff, but I was when he first came, I was a bit disappointed, I'll be honest with you. I think he's definitely over-exceeded expectation. He's definitely done miles better than I've expected. But I just feel like we're going to go on a bad run now, Jazzy, and I think that saves losing 4 out of the next 6 games.
Well, looking at that, Sean, the next fixtures are, we've got Norwich, then Sheffield United, then we've got Luton, then Burnley. like I was saying just previous, we haven't come up against any of the top 6 teams yet, and we've shipped 10 goals in the 4 games, and we haven't come up against any good teams yet. No disrespect to the other ones, but you know these teams are going to be fighting for automatics, and it's going to be a wake up call if they think they can play like they did on Saturday, mate.
That defeat as well, Jazzy, that defeat will really, really affect the players. I mean, it's a test of character now, but mentally for the young kids. And this is where we're lacking the experience, Corey Evans, and we are missing Ross Stewart, but look at you kind of whingeing about it still.
Aye.
I think Stigman, he's done some good things, but he left us wide open the strike department, and I think he should have brought more experience. He wasn't expecting the injury, but we had, let's be honest. But you've got every team gets injuries, Jazz, with 13, you've just got to get on with it.
You have to, mate, aye.
Games coming thick and fast now, and the next 3 games, I can't see us getting anything. We've got Norwich away, we've got Sheffield United, and we've got Burnley, and then the 3 of the top sides, I would see it. And the confidence in this team at the moment is at an all-time low, and that's going to really affect the lads, you know, that performance and the results. The biggest defeat in 41 years.
Oh, you know. That's the thing though, Sean, like with Mowbray saying like little things that you probably wouldn't tackle out of it really, but like it's been like a couple of weeks ago, then last week, and you're thinking, oh wait man, like little things what he was saying regarding players like it's the mentality side, and with these being young players that they can tack things to heart, and like you say, it's going to be a massive test of the character. Obviously for me, he's got to make changes. We've got to put more men in the midfield, especially somebody just said on the chat there, would you recall Matete? If that was an option, yes. I didn't want him to go, but we can't recall him. No. I didn't even want him to go. I didn't want him to go.
I think he's got massive potential, isn't he? He's supposed to be doing great. At the moment,
aye, he did, aye. He got man of the match. I think he's got man of the match twice, I think, and the player of the month. I'm not 100% on that, but I do know he got man of the match on his first game there.
What's happening with, like, you see at Ecuador and the Magic news that was signed, massive potential that haven't really been given a chance yet, John?
Not at all, mate. Me and Stephen keep raving about Bennett. We do like him when he comes on. He's direct. Mowbray was keep alluding to the fact that he's not taking the information in because he doesn't understand the language.
Right.
Yeah, he's saying that was a language that's with Bennett. But then you look at, like you says, you're looking at Ekwa. Ekwa can speak English. Micho's been playing. He's one of the French-speaking lads. So I think now he's got to make changes. 100%.
I think, John, for me, I'm not seeing Tony Mowbray at all. What I'm saying is, when Tony Mowbray come, I knew which way would end in the end. I know which way would end. I'm just not afraid of it. But I think he's going to have to show some character now, Tony Mowbray, because he's took all the applause and we're doing well. But now, when the back's against the wall, the team's not playing well, the confidence is low. It's when you really will see a good manager. And I think Saturday, I think you're saying Alex Neil, we did love him, but the way he left the here. The difference in the tactical minds between the two managers, you see that on Saturday. Alex Neil's tactical masterclass, and Tony Mowbray for me, he's probably done well early on because the young player the good football, but when it comes to the nitty-gritty and the tactical side of it, it's just gets down one a little bit. That's a fair point, mate. That's a fair point. With Alex Neil, he knew the way we play. He knew all the players, and he knew exactly how to combat that, and it worked for him. And do you know what? Credit to him. His interview after the game, it wasn't bitter. It was like that's what I wanted to hear. Really, you know what I mean? I didn't want to hear him say anything else. He was spot on his interview after. I thought he done like. You know, it was just one of them games, mate. I think hopefully, like you say, we can correct that on Saturday. But we've got to make the changes for me. Regarding my opinion on Mowbray, I'm not Mowbray out. I'm not at all. This is, we shouldn't be sacking managers left, right, and centre. In my opinion, it's a long-term project. Like to say, we're only meant to be to stay in this league. But like you said, Sean, we're overshot. We've got ourselves in a good position.
and I think that's what's pissed fans off, because Speakman, he should have brought a striker in. He didn't. He thought that. To be honest, in my opinion, I think he put all his eggs in one basket trying to get Sims. They brought Gelhardt in, and they thought, keep Sims, Stewart, and Gelhardt will have enough. Even if we didn't get Sims, Stewart fit all season with Gelhardt might have been enough. And with all our attack and flair, he thought, we can crack on. Stewart gets injured and we're up Ship Creek. That's what's happened. Stewart didn't get. What, mate?
It's very bit of nothing. I think in that space. I mean, he gets a lot of criticism, but I think he's done a lot more good than bad. I believe speaking, but look at, he still had a few days to bring in more strikers. The Stewart injury would happen a few days before the deadline, but he brought Gelhardt in, but still, we're talking 4 different strikers on the transfer deadline day, and we didn't get one of them over the franchising.
I wonder why, mate. I wonder why. That's the thing. It's all ifs and buts, and to be honest, we didn't know the crack. We didn't know the behind the scenes and stuff like that. But
do you know why, Jazzy?
Why?
Do you know why that didn't happen over any of the 4 players? Because this model, this regime, right? They'll not pay over the odds. They'll just pay what they think, and if anything goes slightly over, they'll just not do it. And that's exactly why we didn't bring any striker. Because Speaking says that a couple of the midfielders, attack defence, can play in that role. This is what Roberts can do, and Ahmed, Haji can play there. So that's all I can see. If you confront and ask him about it, that's all I can see. There, Jazzy, there's your post strikers there.
2 minutes, mate. Is your volume right up? Right up. Turn it right up.
Mine.
Aye. Yeah, 2 minutes. Somebody says it's sorted. Oh, it's sorted. It's okay. Right. I had your volume. Now the volume bar. I turned it right up, so everyone was saying the audio. Okay, now apologies everyone. That was my fault again. I know, but if that's the case, then Sean, where's people's asking where? I seen it on Twitter. This one lad was getting ripped to bits. He was saying, where is KLD's money? Where's all this money? If we cannot, but that's the thing. That's the mould, isn't it? The mould is we're not going to pay extortionate prices for mediocre players, and there wasn't any quality out there apparently. So
that's the model we are now, and the fans have got to, if they're happy with the Speakman's, we bring these players in, the potential ones. I'm sort of on the fence in the sense. I think it's like I said earlier, I think you've still got to show some ambition. And KLD's, I think that his net worth was released the other day. I think 1.75 billion Jazzy or something. You've got to show some ambition there. And people say, well, Sean, we did spend the most money in the championship, I believe, or was it the most money I think we spent? I'm not sure. I'm sure somebody said that. But I still think we could have done a little bit more.
Aye. To be fair. That's the thing. That's how. To be honest, Sean, I think the fans are a little bit divided on this situation regarding Speakman, regarding the mould, because it's not working now. Well, it seems to be not working. Blackburn supporters, I remember commenting on a few of my videos, and it says he'll drop off. I remember them digging it, and I listened to the Roker Report lads, and they said the same. They were letting them know as well, on their content. He drops off. Come February time, he drops off, and that seems what's happening. And now with us, he goes on a really good run, which we did, and then he starts to drop off a cliff. Hopefully, the drop off is them defeats what we've had. Because that was you probably, Sean, you kind of get worse than what happened on Saturday. That was our worst in history.
Honestly, when I come outside, I stopped at the, I don't mean for 82, and I stopped at the 5th goal, and I think I went 75, 76 to set these stuff up outside. But honestly, mate, I was more in a state of shock, because I was not expecting that performance and that result. But I'm thinking, if other games all season, you want the players to turn up, or motivated to get a tactically right, and just was remotely the case. Everything just went wrong.
Aye.
It was just, honestly, mate, it's still hurts now. But it's 11 games to go, Jazzy.
Aye. Well, the next, like you say, Sean, the next 4, mate, How many do you reckon we're going to get points out of the next 4?
Well, we've got Norwich on Sunday, and we've got Sheffield United midweek, which I've let the cat know some Monday, so I'm happy with that. And then we've got, is it Burnley? What's the one after that, Jazzy? The fourth one?
I think the fourth. I've got it written down here. I'm sure the fourth one is Burnley, mate. We have got.
Norwich, Sheffield United, Luton, and then Burnley. Sorry, so.
Aye, Burnley's the last, and I
would like to think we'll get somewhat off Luton as well, but I think Norwich will beat us. I think Sheffield United will be a fight for the top 2. I think they'll probably slightly beat us. I think the Luton game, I'm hoping that's the game that I can try and just stop the rot a little bit, Jazzy, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Because the Burnley game, we're not going to beat Burnley the way we played, the best side in the league. I can see that being a really bad day at the office. If we're going to sort ourselves out quickly, it's kind of, that game's kind of, you know. Well, it's a bit worrying.
No, you're right, mate. You're right. We've got reason to be worrying just because that's like it's not just the manner of the defeat. We've conceded 10 goals in 4 games, mate. You can't be winning games. It's an uphill task if you're conceding what on average 2 goals, 2.5 goals a game.
Yeah.
So.
What's happened? Chelsea with the defence, because I mean that Ballard was looking class. Then he backed. At least he was looking good. Certainly couldn't obviously stop that in there. The back four's been solid. But what do you think went wrong last year game?
Oh, mate, it's got to be a confidence issue, really, because I cannot see it. Obviously, then you've got to look at the referees as well. The referees have been terrible. I'm not saying that's the reason why we've lost the game, but some decisions have been absolutely diabolical. That what you were just saying there was leading us on to Gooch. And our Trey Hume has been probably one of our better players this season. I'm not going to lie, he's up there. So, with the lack of experience in our squad, do you sacrifice him to bring in Gooch to sort of try and stabilise things at the back? I didn't know if that's the you know what I mean?
I don't think triumph's an issue, but there was a game where he got turned inside out of Bristol City.
It gave away a penalty, mate.
It gave away the penalty, and it was pretty poor that game. But they're left again. I forget his name now. Number 11. He's quality player.
Small bone with a bally head. He was unreal, mate. He bossed the midfield. He bossed the midfield for them. Quickly on the chat too. Sorry, no, go on, Sean. Go on.
No, it's fine.
Quickly on the chat, where was that? AJJ says the new digital renewal coming in for next season. We'll lose over 5k loyal supporters. That's funny that, because I think it's stupid. I didn't agree with this system simply because it's too much too soon. And what about the old people who haven't even got phones, mate? What's the crap with that? There's been no communication between the club and supporters regarding this matter.
And people saying on Twitter that you've got to evolve and you've got to get with the times and technology. But look at Jazzy, you've got supporters like you said in the 70s and the 80s who are not computer illiterate. They don't know how to do emails or don't know how to set things up. And now people say, well, they've got family members who do it for them. But still, I think the club need to say common sense here and just maybe give it an option. I'll do it, and you'll probably do it on your phone. I've always wanted that to do that, but you've got to look at, like you say, the old supporters who've been coming for 40, 50 years. You've got to look at them and think, can they do that side of it? You know, it's a shame, really. I think they've got to see common sense at the end of this, like, John.
Definitely. I think they might, because of. I don't think they expected the amount of people what's disagreeing with it. I listen to BBC Newcastle practically every night and all when I'm out, and the amount of people that's phoning in saying I'm not going back is mad. Just our stupid ticket. Can you remember season tickets, Sean? When they used to they used to send a class book out. Then you had vouchers for this, vouchers for that. It's all about pinching the pennies, and they didn't want to print out all them season tickets. Well, to be honest, they didn't have to, because you can just use your old one, can you, or not?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think if you just renew, I think I've used the same one for the last 2 or 3 years. I'm sure. I mean, but do you think it comes down to cost, Jazz? Do you think the club is penny pinching, and it comes down to pure like because we're 30,000 season card holders now? Do you think it comes down to the cost of the actual card? Because I was talking to the guy in Saturday about this.
Well, not. I don't think it's so much penny pinching regarding the tickets, like the season cards now, like because it's only a bit of plastic, and which it's that's still gonna save you loads of money. But regarding like what we used to get in season tickets, and even other clubs what they get, they give you like even just a daft little letter and like whatever welcome or what I mean, whatever they're gonna put in it, but or a booklet of whatever. We didn't get now, so. Can you remember a couple of seasons ago when they were coming in envelopes, just buy it, sell in an envelope? So you probably saw penny pinching, like if you look at it like that.
But you've got to get with the, like you see, you've got to get with the times.
Aye.
You've got to respect the supporters who've been going to Rugby Park, for 20, 30 years, and they're coming here, and times change, and you've got to get with the times. But you still got to think of them, no jazzy on you. It's some of these can't do that. Some of these old supporters haven't got much family in the, can they get the families to do it for them? Yeah, they can, but some can't. Some can't, Jazzy.
I know, it's AJ just said there, I keep reading his comments out because every time I look down he's commented. He's just said there, carbon neutral policy, no plastic cards will be issued. So they're gone on it, save the planet. You know what I mean?
Hutchinson said apparently you can still have a card, but it's costing £25. Sorry.
Oh well, there you go.
Somebody within the club like as well, so I'll tap that as a.
Aye. Well, there you go, then, mate. It's about the coin, then, isn't it? If they're going to charge 25 quid, then what else can it be about?
That's disgusting. That and charge for you.
Aye. Susan and Claire just said there. You used to get a lovely calendar with the matches on too. Now you get nout. You get it in an envelope. Do you know what I mean? Aye, it's a fair point, that. They're going further back here. See, I'll read someone. Wrexham centre forward. He's on Wrexham centre forward. Aye, but like I say, Sean, we've got look. We'll quickly talk about Norwich, and then I'll let you jump off. Well, I'll be gone. Norwich, mate. Last time we played them, it was at our place, and for me, that game, it was a very close game. Either team could have won it. They made their substitutes early, and the substitutes killed us, and they got that 1-0 win. Down their place, I haven't really looked at their form really, because I normally dig a preview with Stephen later on, so I haven't really looked at them. We play better away than we did at the Stadium of Light. So hopefully this is the game where the D bounce back, mate. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I still hope like you see, I just hope we can stop this rot, because it's like we're just starting going up on a really bad one now, and if you just stop it soon, and just continue, and the confidence gets worse and worse. And like you see, the game up here, I think that was the game when Alex Neil departed, I think, but he was actually down watching his new team, wasn't he?
Right.
Which is really bad, and that was what really annoyed a lot of the Sunderland fans. I think that day I thought we were playing some good stuff. We were unlucky, we hit the woodwork a couple of times, but just on the deal, we're just a little bit unlucky. I thought you could follow the effort and things like that, Jazzy.
Aye.
And Norwich, I thought that Norwich would be in around the mix, in around the top 6. And it'll still be a tough game. I think their season's been just a bit sketchy, inconsistent, I think, what's cost them. But I still believe it's going to be a tough game down there.
Oh, of course it is. A player what we've got to keep an eye out for, and I'm saying keep an eye out, it's that John Sargent, what's wrong, the ginger, curly ginger hair? Yeah. Sargent, we've got to keep an eye on him. I'm sure it was his ball across the box. For the goal, I'm sure it was. I didn't know if he scored it, actually, I can't remember now, or if it was Pokey. I didn't think it was Pokey. I'm not sure in any way, mate. They've like I say, Pokey as well. He's done it in the Premier League. They've got experience all over the place. It's going to be a really hard game. Really hard game.
Just made many of these. I mean, Tony Wogan is I don't know what he's going to talk about, but whether he's going to brought the defeat up and have a get together and try and really galvanise them all, because that defeat just needs to be forgotten about, but they need to get it right next time they play, which is obviously Sunday. And the games are coming thick and fast now. Just hope we can get a draw somewhere, and to stop this little mini crisis that we're going through at the minute, which I believe we're on, and just try and finish the season strong, because it's about next season, I think, now as well. But we want to try and be optimistic for next season as well, Jonathan.
Aye.
If we go to 5 1 and we finish 6th or 7th from bottom, it's going to tarnish the sort of the good things that we have did this season. Do you know what I mean?
Well, for me, mate, our expectations was to stay in this league, and if you asked any supporter at this minute in time, you'll be sitting 10th with X amount of games to go. I think every Sunderland supporter was snapped Jan clean off, even the ones what's absolutely raging at the minute, like the ones who see Mowbray out. I've had numerous comments on the videos and I see Mowbray out, and the ones who's having a go at Speakman and KLD, all them supporters. If you asked them before, when we got promoted down Wembley, if you went, yeah, he'll be 10th with 14 games to go, and I think it is, nobody says, oh, I'll be out of the moon with that. But just because how things have went, where we were in the top 6, then we've dropped out regarding not having a striker. I think it's twisted fans up a bit the wrong way. No, with Speakman, and Speakman's got a bit history of this. I was fuming when we went into the season when we were fullbacks. We didn't have one fullback into the beginning of the League One season. And I can't remember, I didn't know if the beginning of the Championship season he'd done something as well, because I was arguing with Stephen about it, and I can't remember now. But he's got to learn from this Speakman now. Like I say, consolidation this season, and then hopefully next season we can go again.
Yeah, what do you think the board's intentions was this season? Because I think at one point, I think we're third, we were right in the mix.
Right.
And we were playing good stuff. There was a lot of teams to see in Suns playing well, and you think, geez, we could get top 6 here. If we just did get a couple of more additions, I mean, what was the board's intention this season? What did the
personally, obviously, just my opinion, it was to stop in the league and try and like you say, they've explained the mould is to bring in young players who were on the fringe, or they were once had really good price tags, and there's still a good talented player like Roberts, Clark, Certain, players like that, and so they were thinking, let's get some good talented players, young, hungry, ambitious, who want to try and kickstart the career, and if we can sell them on for a profit, we can sell them on for a profit. And I think that's what they've tried to do. And digging it that way, yes, it looks like it is on the cheap. On paper, it is on the cheap, but I prefer this way, mate, simply because of it's never worked for God knows how long. We've just been surviving in the Premier League. Sack managers stay up, and when shit hit the fan and we got relegated into the Championship, that was the worst season of my life as supporting Sunderland. It was horrible. We were getting beat every week. It was diabolical. And then we got into League One, and credit to Alex Neil, he got us out that league after so many managers failed and bottled it, and we won at Wembley with fans there. And now it's didn't get us wrong. I would love it if we spent say 8-10 million on a striker in you know what I mean, in January. I even said, I've done it on a video, mate, is it stick or twist? We either stick with what we got or twist and bring in some good players and gam for it. We could have, and it's all hindsight, but if we brought in a cover for Corey Evans, because he's been missed massively, massive. If we brought in cover for him and a striker or two, we could have cracked on with this season. But listen, they just wanted to consolidate. They weren't really too fussed about getting promoted. I think if they did, it would have been a bonus and they would have took your hands off. But if we didn't, it weren't knee skin off their nose. You know what I mean?
Not a million miles away, Georgie, when you think about it. We've been in the mix for quite some time. And then that's the QB argument, I think, when we jumped to 4th or 3rd, is thinking, Jesus, I mean, we could really finish in the top 6. And it's just changed all of a sudden. But
it has.
As you said, I think Speakman, he's done a lot more good things than bad, but you just mentioned that in League One, we didn't get the full box in, and then this season to bring the strikers in. I'm thinking, his job's for recruiting the players. You've got to make sure you've got cover in every area.
Right.
Let's do ourselves tonight. I mean, yes, I know I've had some bad injuries, George, like you see, Corey Evans was good, obviously, Ross Stewart has them. But you've got to sort of plan for that as well. You've got to back him up in you. And I just don't think he's getting enough cover for us, and I think that's what's going to cost us this season, because I really think we could have finished in the top 6 if we're getting the right players in. And I think we should have brought in at least another striker. Even though we didn't have to spend money, Geoff, just bring in another striker on for a Premier League team, bring them in, and then you've got strikes to go at, but we're just getting to, I think that's going to cost us now.
Well, I've always, pardon me, when the season started, not so long after it started, I was saying, were you looking good here? We were competing with every team. We didn't look out of place. Then we got, like you say, in the top half and then in the top 6, and I was thinking, where are you going to do this here? But then injuries happened, knee covers available, and it's not just that, it's the inexperience of some of our players. You've got to understand that how young these lads are. They're really inexperienced, and regarding the referees and not playing to the whistle and lying down, and you're thinking that just shows their inexperience, and the experience will come in time. And I think that the board and Speakman are just like saying, get this season, stay in this league this season, give the lads the experience that's needed, and then we can build a better team in and around them. But like you say, we're that close to getting into the top 6. Listen, mate, it's still not our. We're only 6 points off. You know what I mean? We sound so defeatists, but we're still not far off. We're only, like you say, 6 points, mate.
Yeah, it is. It's funny how football changes and that, but I think Stuart Harvey and Christian Speakman, they've got massive jobs in the summer, I believe. I mean, I can't see it. I don't want to be a dominator in this, I just think that top 6 is that's just the way we're playing at the minute, the confidence issues and the lack of strength and depth. I mean, just mid-table, just take it. But I think the summer we've got to show some ambition from the board, and I think Stuart Harvey and Christian Speakman have got to get cover in every area, and they've got to add experience as well, Jazzy, and they've got to get much Stewart's contract sorted out immediately.
Funny you mentioned that. There's been rumours that it's looking closer. I don't know how it's taken this long, to be honest. Well, it's probably because he's under contract still, and with there's no rush. He's injured now, no one's going to be sniffing around. But there's rumours, aren't there? Did you see the rumours on Twitter?
I think I retweeted. I forget the young journalist guy. I'm forgetting his name now. I forget his name, but he put something when I retweeted. He's pretty reliable. To be fair, this guy. I'm on YouTube, man.
Aye. I'll be over the moon, like you say, mate. Stuart fully fit for pre-season. Speakman, like you say, mate, has got some hard work to do, bringing proper players. And make sure we've got cover this time, because I didn't want it to bite us in the arse again.
It's happening. It seems to be happening in every window where he does loads of good things, but then he always leaves a couple of bad things. Do you know what I mean, Charlie?
Aye. Quickly on here, so we can talk to a few people, read some people's. AJJ, funny enough, I've just seen him again. He says Sargent's injured. Oh well, good. I'm glad because he's a good player. I'll go a bit further back. Thoughts on Geldart with our style of play doesn't seem to fit into ICL. It doesn't. We've just spoke loads about that. People saying, if we went up, how poor would we be? You've said inexperience. We would have to change most of the team now. If we went up, mate, there's never a right or wrong time to gun up. If you gun up, you gun up. You're good enough to gun up because you've won promotion. So if we're good enough to gun up, we're good enough to compete in the Premier League. Obviously, they would probably bring in a few more additions there, and if we got relegated, we'll get the parachute payments. So it's win-win. Look how well it's done for Sheffield United and Burnley. They got the parachute payments.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't get this where people say, oh, there's 4-2 we're not ready yet. Look at, you can't like turn the Premier League down. If there was a chance of us getting the top 6 this season, you go for it.
Too right.
Your revenue triples, quadruples even, your season tickets will go up, everything goes up. You get the Sky League, 150 million, whatever it is. Your season tickets will go up, you attract more players, you're in the Premier League, you're in the biggest league in the world. Speaking can obviously scout the broad ball, you can get even higher caliber of players. I didn't get that one, people say we're not ready. If the Premier League, if it comes this season, you've got to try and take it when it comes.
That's the whole point, mate. You didn't know when it's gonna come. You didn't know when it's gonna come. It might never come back. Touch wood, it doesn't happen. But like you say, you've got to take it when it comes.
Well, next season, Jazzy, there's big teams coming down. It could be really good in the Championship. The Championship could be. I didn't think the Championship's been that much much this season, mate. I honestly don't. I think, you said earlier on, I think we've more than matched everything this season. Bar the exception of the Stoke game, that was just the one-off game, really.
Aye.
Anyway, but we matched it with Burnley. We were beaten 2-0 at half time, and I walked on the second half and beat us 4-2, yeah. But all the top 10, so I mean, Sheffield United were down 10 men down there, and we've more than matched everybody this season. I've been proud of the players at times, but when Mowbray first come out, I thought it was a bad appointment, and I'm not just can't fix that at all. I think he's done brilliantly, but I just think I'm not sure he's got that Hutchinson, and I'm not sure he's managed to take us up like Jacques, I'm being honest. I think this will, but it doesn't give us the go now if we're going a really bad slump. What would you do in regards to Mowbray? If we see if we lost 5 and 6?
Well, the next 4, the games after the next 4 is not that bad. So I'm not really going to judge them after this 4, but then the games after that, I would look at them as like, listen, you've got to be winning that one, you've got to be winning that one, you've got to be winning that one, because they are winnable games. I'm not saying every game is a must-win game, but if you're going to continue this bad run with this next 4 fixtures, then I'm not a Mowbray out, not you, no way.
I'm not saying I'm not sort of seeing Mowbray out. I'm just saying that, like, if we start, I mean, you've got to look at it for next season as well. I mean, there's an option that's been a better manager out there, and I like Mowbray. He's a lovely bloke. He's a passion type of guy, and I've sort of grown to like him really. Yeah, when he first come out, I was thinking, oh, it's a bad appointment, but I just think that tactically sometimes he just gets down wanting a little bit, and I think maybe in the summer, if there's a better option out there, a new direction, a new manager who's good upstairs, I think maybe he's go down that route. But I mean, you could start with Mowbray next season, and it could just get us to a bad start, and then obviously he could be one of them. But
right. We'll see how things goes. There's plenty of football to be played from now till the end of the season. He's got to make changes, Sean. We can both agree on that. He's got to make changes for Norwich, because if he starts with Dan Neil by himself in the midfield, because that's what he was like most of the Stoke game, he's been overused, and I think, like you said, it's just going to keep knocking his confidence. So for me, we've got to make quite a few changes. I will be happy to see Ahmad get dropped and Dan Neil get rested. I didn't like to see a drop when it comes to Dan Neil. Ahmad, simply because I know exactly what he's about and his capabilities, and he's just not putting the effort in the what you call it, the application. He's not. He's leaving it till it's too late, like 1 minute at the end, and then he shows up. So for me, Dan Neil needs resting, because he's been playing any amount of games, including the cup games against Fulham. What about 09? 09's got to come in the middle of the park as well for me. I would like to see 09, Ekwa in the middle. I know a lot of people will laugh at that, but and then Pritchard can play further up, because you've got them two to just sit back and sit in front and protect the back four. So for me, that's what I would like to see, the changes wise.
Yeah, Pritchard's wasted in the road next to Dan Neil, which he was on Saturday. Pritchard's he should be
behind the striker.
I agree. I think it's going to rest Dan Neil, but it's the options of who are going to come in. And Mitchell obviously will have to come in. And I don't know if he's going to start with Ekwa, but I think Dan Neil's been a little bit low lately. But I think that's just he's lacking a bit of confidence as the team are.
Aye, that's all it is, mate. Just a lack of confidence. Yeah. Listen, couple of changes. See how it goes. For me, like, this season is like, if you tell us, like I said before, we finished 10th, I'll be buzzing, I'll be over the moon. So I didn't want to be over critical of the players and Mowbray to that, for that matter, because we are achieving what we set out to achieve. Didn't get us wrong, I would have been absolutely buzzing to be in the top 6, and we're not a million miles away from that. It's only 6 points. If we can get on a really good run and a few shock results there, like Sir Burnley away here, stuff like that, I know I'm laughing, but you know what I mean. If we could do that, it's not out of sight yet. So
it's not.
No.
I mean, you just said that. I think there's 6 points we are from the playoffs, Jazzy. I I was looking at the table, so I mean, see how I get them up. I think we are, is it 16 points from the bottom three?
Aye, something like that, 17. So we're not mathematically safe yet, you know what I mean? But I cannot see us imploding that much where we'll get relegated, you know what I mean?
No, I can't say that, but as you said, it's 6 points in the playoffs, we're on 7, plus 7, and Norwich is in 6th and they're on plus 12, like, so the goal difference took a bit of a hammering on Saturday with
the goal difference, did I?
There's still a lot of football to play, Jazzy, like you say, we've got to try and stay positive. There's
Well,
still
yeah.
3 points to play for, 11 games to go. Let's just hope for 24 we can make some changes and the lads can get back on track, really.
Alright, right, that's about it, Sean. Cheers for coming on, mate. Go and follow Sean on Fans Reacts. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. We're nearly on 7k. And I see you in a bit. Cheers, Sean. Draw, mate.